Okay, let's talk about AI. I mean, it is everywhere, right? On our phones, in our cars, all over the news, and it's supposed to change everything. But for a lot of us, that promise feels, I don't know, more like a threat. In this explainer, we're going to cut through that hype and show you how to turn that anxiety into agency by really harnessing this powerful new technology.
And, this isn't just a feeling. The data actually backs this up. Right now, women are adopting AI 25% less than men. And that's a huge gap. It's a gap in opportunity, in expertise, in influence, and it's happening at this massive moment of change. We really need all voices at the table as we figure out what this future looks like. So, this really brings us to the core question of this whole explainer. When you hear the letters AI, what's your gut reaction? Is it anxiety, or do you see it as a source of agency, of power? My goal here is to show you how to flip that script, to move from feeling kind of overwhelmed by AI to feeling this new sense of control in your life and your work. All right, first things first. Let's pull back the curtain and demystify what AI really is. Because behind all the hype and, the scary headlines, the actual concept is way simpler than you probably think. And that's pretty much it. Seriously, a system that's just trying to do a human-like thing. And this kind of AI, it's been around for decades. Think about your email's spam filter. That's AI. A Roomba bumping around your living room? Yep, that's AI too. They're just designed to do one specific human-like task. But the reason AI is exploding right now is because of something new called generative AI. And this is a totally different ballgame. It's a huge leap forward. Instead of just sorting stuff, it has scanned these massive, massive data sets. We're talking all of Wikipedia, huge chunks of the entire internet to learn patterns. And here's the magic part. It then uses those patterns to create something brand new. It's not just copying and pasting, it's generating completely original content.
Okay, just think about what a difference this makes in real life. Let's take planning a family vacation. The old way, right? You've got like a dozen tabs open, one for flights, one for hotels, another for restaurants your picky son might actually eat at. It's a mess. But with generative AI, you can just dump all that context into one single prompt. You can literally say, hey, plan a 5-day trip for my family of 4 to somewhere warm. Oh, and my son is allergic to strawberries, my daughter wants to do yoga, and by the way, we love Scottsdale, but Texas was way too hot. All of a sudden, the AI becomes your co-pilot, creating a whole action plan based on all that rich, specific context.
So once you really get that, you start to realize, whoa, this isn't just a souped-up search engine, it's a whole new set of capabilities. A new set of superpowers, really, that are now available to everyone, not just the tech geniuses and coders. And we can basically break these powers down into 3 levels. Level 1 is just doing things faster. Summarizing a long article, drafting some emails. Easy stuff. Level 2 is about doing things better. You can give AI your business plan and ask it, hey, what are 5 risks I'm not seeing here? But level 3, this is the most exciting one. It's about doing entirely new things that were just completely out of reach for you before.
And here is a perfect example of that third level. So there's this woman, right? She wanted to learn Mahjong to connect with some new friends. And without writing a single line of code, she used AI to build her own custom app just to practice. The technology wasn't even the point. It was just the bridge that let her spend more quality time with people she cared about. How cool is that?
Okay, so how do you actually use this thing? Well, you can think about it in 4 main ways. You can use it as a microtasker for those quick little jobs. It can be a real-time companion that helps you right in the moment. You can delegate bigger, more complex projects to it, and you can even integrate it as a full-on teammate for your actual team at work.
Okay, but this real-time companion mode, this is a total game changer. Just imagine this. Instead of staring into your fridge, totally blank, wondering what to make, you just pull out your phone, scan the inside with your camera, and ask the AI, what can I make for dinner with what I have here? And boom, it'll give you recipes, and it'll even create a grocery list for the stuff you're missing. I mean, think about it. This saves time, it saves money, and you get to ditch that guilty feeling of letting food go bad.
Okay, this all sounds pretty amazing, I know. But let's be real. For a lot of us, all this power comes with some very real fears and totally legitimate concerns. We can't just talk about the shiny, exciting potential of AI without tackling those tough questions head-on.
And this is the big one, isn't it? It's the #1 fear that creates so much anxiety around AI. Is a machine going to replace me? Are my skills about to become totally obsolete? But here's the thing. The key is to reframe the question. It's not, is AI coming for my job? It's, how is AI becoming a part of my job? Because pretty much every single knowledge work role is going to become AI supported. You're going to spend less time on the boring, tedious tasks and way more time on strategy, on creativity, and on making the final human call. Think of it as a new tool in your toolbox, not your replacement.
All right, what about the other major concern? Accuracy. Can you actually trust what it says? We've all seen those screenshots where an AI just confidently states something that is completely, totally wrong. So how can you rely on a tool that sometimes just makes stuff up? Well, this little phenomenon actually has a name. It's called a hallucination. And it happens because these AI models have been trained, above all else, to be helpful. So when they don't know an answer, instead of just saying, I don't know, their programming kind of kicks in and they try to be helpful by inventing an answer. But here's the key thing you need to know. This is getting better, incredibly fast. The best models out there now have a hallucination rate of only about 1%.
Okay, so now that we've talked through some of the anxieties, let's pivot to what I think is the most transformative part of all of this. Because this isn't just about being more productive at work. This is about personal growth. It's about finally becoming the person you've always wanted to be.
You know, the biggest mistake most people make when they use AI is they don't give it enough context. The secret to getting really great results is a super simple formula. I'm a blank who's trying to blank. But you gotta fill in those blanks with rich, juicy details about your situation, your goals, even your fears. The more specific context you give it, the more valuable and tailored the AI's response is gonna be.
So AI expert Allie Miller shared this amazing story. She was going through a really tough time. She'd lost everything and had to move into this completely empty apartment in New York. She was feeling pretty down, and she told her therapist she was literally eating dinner sitting on the side of her bathtub. And her therapist just goes, wait a second, Allie, you have a dance floor in New York? And that one little sentence, it completely flipped how she saw the entire problem. Now you can use AI to get those same kinds of powerful reframes on demand anytime you feel stuck.
And that right there, that's the ultimate takeaway. Think of AI as a prosthesis for reinvention. It's a tool that can help you finally get past all the excuses you've been telling yourself for years. Oh, I don't know how to start a business, or I don't know how to create a workout plan, or I'm just too scared to have that difficult conversation. AI can give you the blueprint, the plan, and even the practice you need to finally move forward.
So, I'm going to leave you with this one question. Think about that one thing, the one thing you've always wanted to learn or create or change. You know what I'm talking about, that thing you've always told yourself you couldn't do. How might this new tool, this new superpower, finally help you take that very first step?